it's imperative and it's important that a man willing to step into the arena be given a forum and be given his respect, and, most importantly, allowed the courtesy of listening to his views and considering his position, not subjecting to label and ridicule, but rather to applaud his participation. It is my privilege and my honor to present a citizen of the United States, Ned Lamont.
But since September 11th, President Bush and his supporters have squandered the goodwill and support the world offered to us. Today, America is weaker, not stronger. We have sacrificed our daughters and sons and our treasure in a war we didn't have to fight. We have ignored the real threats and security needs in the war we should be fighting, the one against the terrorists. Senator Lieberman believes that we are significantly safer than we were pre-9/11. He believes that President Bush has it right in Iraq. I believe that he's dangerously wrong. Look at the president's axis of evil. Iraq is lurching towards chaos in a civil war with whole provinces lost to the insurgents. Iran has been emboldened and is threatening Israel through its proxies. And North Korea may soon threaten the world through nuclear blackmail. The job of Congress to provide the necessary checks and balances, to work with the president when he's right, but to hold him to account when he's wrong. President Bush rushed us into this war based on trumped-up intelligence, and Senator Lieberman cheered him on every step of the way. President Bush failed in the execution of this war, and Senator Lieberman failed to hold him to account. Since the start of the war, Senator Lieberman has missed more than half of all the votes related to the war. Throughout this war, Connecticut needed a second senator who would ask the tough questions when it mattered. And now we need that senator again. That's not partisanship. When you're a senator, that's called doing your job. Over the last 3 years, Connecticut has seen an 86% cut in federal homeland security funding. Much of that has to do with President Bush's budget cuts. It also has to do with Congress not better targeting the resources to high-threat urban areas. 3 years ago, Senator Lieberman missed the tie-breaking vote to target security funding to those same high-risk urban areas. 3 years ago, Senator Lieberman, the difference between Connecticut getting what it needs to secure our state and that bill being defeated. Iran, it's a true threat. They're angrily opposed to the United States, threatening to build nuclear weapons, threatening to annihilate Israel. Now is the time for us to work with Europe, China, and the international community to confront Iran, engage in tough negotiations, and say to Iran that an active nuclear weapons program is unacceptable to the world community. Sanctions and tough measures may ultimately prove to be necessary, but we cannot make progress if we continue to call for the overthrow of the government and refrain from direct dialogue. One of the least helpful initiatives coming from the U.S. Senate in recent years is the Republican Senator Rick Santorum's Iran Freedom and Support Act to provide financial assistance to opposition groups bent on overthrowing the Iran government. The proposal sounds a lot like the Iraq Liberation Act of 1998. That proved to be a precursor to war. Senator Lieberman supports Santorum's regime change bill and even appeared on television threatening military action against Iran. Now, right here in Connecticut, help lead the way to real national security and a better tomorrow. It will be difficult, but as the journalist Edward R. Murrow once said, difficulty is the one excuse that history never accepts. No excuses. Together we will rebuild our alliances, we'll rebuild our country, we'll stay true to our ideals and worthy of global leadership. And the world will be safer and better off for it. God bless you and thank you very much.